Okay, Tuesday, March 3rd, and I haven't really been out here much in the last 2 days. Sometimes you're just in the way, and these guys are busy, still continuing on with 1956 narrow gauge. And Randy's joined us for some wiring, and young Aidan was just grinding a little bit here. Aidan, how's it going today?
It's going alright.
What's new and exciting on this machine?
Well, I told you yesterday we don't have the right gaskets for the motor.
Yeah.
Well, we're still waiting on them. Yesterday, we finished fixing that walking beam.
Okay. You said you fixed the walking beam. I see the rear tire is on now.
Yeah, we got both of them on. That's what I was going to start off with yesterday, and then found out that, for one, they had the wrong bearings in the walking beam.
And you got those pounded out now, and
well, we pounded them out and then put the right size ones in. We had to build a new pin for it.
Okay.
So that took all day to figure that out.
Okay.
So that's all done. And then today I started cutting those stoppers off for the ski arms.
Right. Okay. Show me that so the boys can see what they're talking about.
So if you look under the front, they obviously hit something at one point or another. It's pretty fucked up. Okay. And these stoppers are bent down. They're supposed to stick out straight, 90 degrees. That's not the case.
Okay, yeah.
So I cut them off, and we're going to weld on a big chunk of angle iron.
Okay.
4 inch long to the side
Okay.
of the frame, because that's the only thing left that's straight.
Okay, well, we are getting new ski arms in, so
For
just,
this?
yep.
That's in the budget?
Oh yeah, they've been ordered. They're supposed to be here today, but they haven't arrived. That's part of the bad news. So ordered them last week. Everybody knew I ordered them. I paid for them. We talked about it multiple times. So if we're repairing these ski arms, this is a brand new task that was not authorized. So yeah, good news and bad news is good news is all those parts are coming, but the bad news is they're not here yet. And then I tracked down the loan guys, and Buddy didn't bother telling anybody. He just went on sick leave, so I had to talk to the accountant down in Winnipeg to find out what the hell's going on. So that got that sorted out. We got a lot of let's see here. We got the other wheel on this side here as well, and it looks like this sprocket came off as well. So yeah, this wheel's on. Everything else is good to go. Looks like they might have been doing some work here on the engine a little bit. So we'll check in with Dad and Aidan and find out what else I'm missing. Wednesday, March 4th, and hoorah! A bunch of our parts came in. We got bogie chains, and we got steering arms here, or ski arms. And we got the sprockets. Hopefully the bushings were sent at the same time. Looks like they might be here. Yeah. So everything is in place. Aidan looks happy.
These ones look like they might be offset.
Please don't tell me that. Anyways, Randy's still here doing wiring. Kitty the cat is still supervising. I haven't really spent much time out here in the last couple of days. I'm just trying to stay out of these guys' way because they're busy. I think yesterday I pointed out that the rear tires are on now, but it's a little stressful around here when we don't have the parts, and thank God Ryan came through for us. And now that those parts are here, doesn't slow these guys down. Still waiting on the check from CDF, which is stressful just for me because I got bills to pay. But at least these guys can continue on with the other work that they got now. So those sprockets these are the old ones, and then they got the new ones here. And so they'll do whatever they got to do here.
3/4.
They were just measuring the depth of the inside. It's 1 inch on one side and 3/4 on another, so there's a certain way it's going to go on. Now these ski arms, brand new, made by Ryan, and they're ready to go left and right. And these ones here, they're just absolute garbage. They're all bent to shit, and so re-welded and whatnot. They've got to come off. They got them up with a bottle jack right now, but I imagine in the next day or two everything's going to be removed from there. Randy's busy with the wiring, and looks like he's going to get it all put back into place there. Got to change out all those gauges and everything else, but now that all the parts are in, it's just a matter of putting everything together. So whatever parts I gotta buy are going to be on the engine. And one of the guys asked me on a comment from yesterday's video, is it just easier to pull the engine out? Like, there's not room really to work in a narrow gauge, so in this case I prefer seeing Dad actually take out the engine because it's just easier on him. And with the amount of work that has to be done on this engine, you have to take it out. But once you have it back in here, you're constantly bending down, and it's just too hard on these guys. And so for me, for what I see, I don't do the mechanic work here, but it looks like it's a smoother process and easier to do if you just pull everything out, work on it, put it back in. And yeah, there's work involved in doing whatever you have to do there, but it's less work to pull it out, in my opinion. Same thing with the wiring. Pull out all the wiring, like pull everything apart, get it all out of there, quit screwing around with any of the other stuff, pull it all out, and then just put it back in correctly. And part of this too is just making sure everything gets cleaned up. And you know, when they're out here, when they rip out the floor, you know, all the dirt is gonna get vacuumed up and whatnot, and then, you know, it's clean when you go back, put everything back together. So I think this is the way to go. So does little Nina Pinta Santa Maria. She had a bath last night, and oh, she was mad at me so much. But she just came home last night, just filthy. Cat's got to get a bath at some point. Maybe this summer I throw him into the river and you let him swim out for 10 seconds. But anyways, this is a stack of tires here, guys. I've never seen this many tires stacked up in the shop ever. But a lot of these, we're just going to discover like how close it is coming in with actually how many tires are salvageable on this thing. And we still need 1, 2, 3, 4, so 8 more tires. Unless we put the skis on, then we only need 6, and it might be a skis thing. Anyways, these guys are going to go over here. We're going to go check them out.
This one again?
The deep side is the outside.
So, are you happy to get parts in, Aidan?
Yes.
Yes. Trust me, I was just as stressed as you guys are.
These ones are put on opposite to each other.
Okay, turn it over.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So they had one inside out.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, I guess it worked for whatever it worked. Yeah,
Doesn't help us though.
I know.
We don't know which fucking one was right.
Okay, well, you want me to call Ryan and ask, or?
This one was on that side. This one was on this side, and that's the one that was leaking.
That has nothing to do with it. No.
So these are just some of the rotten ass bearings that Dad and Aidan have been pulling out, and they're long past due. So this is what one of the bushings looks like, nice and new. These you can get off of Ryan. I think they're about 125 bucks, I think, plus tax. And so yeah, we got one here, and then there's 5 more over here wrapped up. These are the bogey chains, and Ryan made these up special for us, or a special order, and we just ran out. So got 10 chains there that'll do us, and then yeah. Okay, what did we figure it out?
I don't know. I measured that one, and it was 1 inch on the outside, 3/4 on the inside.
Okay.
So, I mean, that lines up with the new ones.
Yeah, yeah, okay. But we don't know if it's inside or outside.